What up, guys? My name is Kong, and today I'm gonna be talking about The Surrogate. Again, The Surrogate. This starred Bruce Willis, and I watched this movie on HBO Max with my brother. I watched this probably this will be my third time watching this movie, but I did not do a movie review. So let's talk about the movie. This movie is essentially about real people using surrogates as in a mechanical circuit of themselves, who they are, that go out into the real world. So let's talk about what I like about this movie, guys. I like the concept of a circuit. It's really unique. You actually don't see this kind of movies anywhere, really. It's such a unique movie, such a unique story, such a unique concept, and I liked it a lot here. The story here is it has a really detective story. It's fitting of Bruce Willis, because when you watch a lot of Bruce Willis movie, he's sort of like he is that police detective officer who goes, figure out what happened. So it fit him. It fit him. It fit his role. So like I said, I like the story, the concept, the idea. I like the story of what happened, how it unfold, and how deep the rabbit hole that we go into. We find out it's a good movie, really, overall. But I'm gonna talk about nitty gritty detail. The circuit, you can see the difference of the circuit, especially there's one scene where the circuit can't even open a door. It's really unique, very interesting moment. What else? There's a circuit that they're going to the human world and getting straight up, the story about a human. It's really interesting. It's very, it really asks the question of, you know, should we go out into the real world ourselves, or do we send the circuit of ourselves or the image of ourselves into the real world? So I like the questions it's asking. It's really good. And what else? I like the action here. So it's not like, Matrix style, but it's very intense. It's very kind of like robotic. It's very robotic fight. It's good. I like the acting here. Is really good. It's top notch. In this sense, it's almost creepy. Especially that it is the same actor that's acting as a robot, but it's the nuance in the acting that it really give you the detail that this is an android, or this is a circuit. This is not the real person behind. This is not the real person that they're interacting. And there is a moment where you see the circuit is offline, and the circuit is frozen, because you know that the person have logged out of that circuit. So it's very good. It's like this movie is it has a sci-fi concept idea. The world built so well that you are immersed into the world. That's why I liked it. Just a lot of nuance between the character. It keeps you kind of sort of guessing who's the real person, who is not. The only way you can really tell is just by the body movement, the body language. That's just the only way you can really discern. Even that is hard to discern. And there is a difference between a surrogate and a real person, and you do see it in this movie. It's very distinct in this movie, so I like that here. The action is great. The fight is good. The movie it's a good movie. It's a movie what I call a meta movie. It goes deep into talking about the psychology of the real person, the fake person, and the world itself. It's a good movie. So let's talk about what I don't like about this movie. I wish there's not a lot of things I don't like about this movie. The movie is good. It's just I wish there was a real main villain, so to speak. But the main villain here is really hard to track because the person behind it is operating behind another circuit, and the circuit is operating behind another circuit. So it's really hard, and I don't know if that's done unintentionally, because that's how a mastermind would do, is to hide behind another circuit over circuit over circuit. So I wish the the villain was a little bit not as obvious, but more unique, more distinct for the protagonist to point out, like, that is the villain, that is the person behind the circuit. That would have been more interesting to see. Maybe not just that, it's just, I think it needed a little bit more writing on the villain, just to give us this is a unique villain, and this is the villain that we see in this movie. So it's a little bit lacking in that. What else? There's not a lot of score, not a lot of cinematic shot. It could have used those a little bit more. Then it would have enhanced the movie a lot more. Give the story a little bit more, stake. That's the thing about this movie. There isn't much stake. I wish we got to see, this Surrogate really just beating up, the real Bruce Willis, and just be like kicking his ass, because he is a human fighting against a Surrogate. Obviously, the Surrogate is going to be stronger because it's robotic, operated by the real human. So it's just, there's little thing about this movie that it could have been added more to the story to make this movie a lot better. But those are just small little tiny things that I wish it had, that I complained or want in this movie. So this movie is still good. It's still really, really good. It's one of the few Bruce Willis movies that is good. So what was the rating I give this movie? I give it an 8 out of 10, guys. I give it an 8 out of 10. I really enjoyed this movie. It's such a good sci-fi movie. It talk about humanity. It talk about Surrogate. It talk about the self, the real one, and the fake one, the surrogate of you. And talk about murder, the crime scene, the world. The world building in this movie is really, really well done. The acting, the nuance in the acting, it's really fleshed out. This story is well written. That's all I gotta say. Well written, well conceptualized into a film. It's just so good that you feel like you are in this movie, and you are going as this. You don't know who's the real Surrogate or not, and it requires a skill to really tell who is who's the real Surrogate, who's not. So yeah, 8 out of 10, guys. This movie is good. So anyway, guys, 8 out of 10. Please like, thumbs up, share, subscribe, and browse to my YouTube channel. I have a lot of content for you guys to check out. Please do so. Thank you so much, and take care, guys. Bye bye.